Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Big Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. Where I do what I do for you. I'm in the book. Got this nice thing going with the meditation. I got to wrap it up with the practice of daily meditation will turn a doer into a non-doer. Let's talk about it. It's going to be a good lesson. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I'll give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will before I'm through. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. Yeah, that's what I do. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, let's get this party started. Just some information. One of my people asked and comment, get more in depth. I'm about to do just that for you, my man. The daily practice of meditation will turn you from a doer to a non-doer. What? Break this down for you. I gave a lesson before. This is just a kick in. Actions of any type, I read, always lead to some result. Every action is an equal and opposite reaction. You reap what you sow. You put good in, you get good result. You put bad in, you can get bad result. Simple. However, this result is not as predictable as people have come to believe it is. But in reality, what? The only thing a human being, pay attention, can control is what? The action itself and not the fruits or the results of said action. You just do what you do. If I'm going to help you, I'm going to play my role, do my part, and that's it. Now, if there's a concentration on the action without desire or expectation, or we call it fee or reward, meaning getting something behind what you did, that's the devil. He's the deal maker, okay? And when you do something without desire or expectation of the fruits of that action, then there can now be what? Peace and contentment, even while the action is being performed. I don't win or lose. I'm just doing. I'm a driver. I transport. I don't need to know what you're doing, when you're going, what you don't need none of that. Just let me know where you're going. My job is to get you there. Moving on. So I know my role. I play my role. And this is the way of what? Non-doer. Oh, I thought you thought otherwise. Pay attention. Actions performed, again, with expectations and desires are the way of the doer. That's the devil, the deal maker. God make promises, not deals. You do this, I'll do that. Moving on. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. Now, remember, if you are a doer, that means you're doing it for a purpose and a reason. That's not always good. The non-doer is free from what? The fruits. That means the results or the action that they're doing, because he or she is free from desires and expectations, while the doer, on the other hand, depends on what? The actions and is bound to what? The results. Be they positive or negative, they are invested way too much. So the outcome is going to be decided whether they happy or sad. Doers always got the roller coaster ride. Smooth it out. A non-doer is smooth. When desires and expectations mean you're doing something for something, you have an agenda. Most of us have agendas, and some are intentional. Some we don't even know, because we're ignorant. So it's okay to be ignorant, but it's never good to have an agenda that you know don't mean nobody no good but you. That's not right. And that's what doers are. When the desires and expectations that's in the mind are resolved, now the mind becomes what? Calm and peaceful. Whatever you lie or do something wrong, don't you worry about it. If somebody know, if somebody catch me, somebody, that's agitating the mind. Okay, a free mind is a comfortable mind who's doing what they need to be doing, and it keeps the mind free. Under these conditions, now the non-doer is what? Is free from what? Elation. Mind becomes elation when it's good, the results are good in their favor, or depressed because his or her pleasures is coming from what? The results of the action and the present moment, and is not based on what? The memory of the past or the pleasurable situation, which are impelling a movement where? Towards what? Happiness? Towards repeating what? Those activities. If it was good, you want to do it again. You want to repeat that because it's good. If it's bad, you pretty much steer clear. So that's telling you right there. That right there tells you tend to gravitate to what's good and away from what's bad. Natural order. But watch this. So those activities or expectations for the future activities, if they was good, which will somehow what? Bring happiness. Because the situation worked out in your favor. That's a doer. They happy. The non-doer, not being bound or concerned with what? The memories or to have expectations. So it is not bound by either the past or the future or the action that's being done. And thereby they are able to discover what? An eternal present. The now. Stay in the now. That's focus. The doer, on the other hand, is always what? Caught up in either yesterday, the past, or tomorrow, the future. And thereby what? They lose the opportunity to what? To discover the peace and true happiness. This is the condition of most people who are ignorant of themselves, who don't practice a philosophy that will help them. And most people in the world, before they realize it, what happens? Their entire life has gone by without their being aware of what? The passage of time. Why? Because they're ignorant. They just going through the motions. They're just doing what they're doing. And they're like, whoa, what I do? Yeah. If you ain't focused, paying attention to the now, that's how your life end up. Moving on. And right here, I like this part. The art of true spiritual life. It's an art form that you can practice and master. That's my point right there. This says it all right. The art of true spiritual life leads one to what? Be able to detach from worldly things, and even while continue to live in the world, and they're thereby able to discover what? The hidden inner spiritual dimensions that only when you meditate and reach that level of going inside yourself to become conscious to experience. Being ignorant of bliss is not a good thing. Okay? And that's what you're missing out on. Of the unconscious mind. And watch this. What lies beyond the physical. The doer is always, again, bound to the form or experience which is determined. Their experience is determined by what? It linked to what? The worldly things of time and space. And because only in time and space can there manifest what? The memories of the past and future expectations. So the non-doer eventually, through what? Daily practice of meditation, will end up discovering what? The transcendental experience, That's you becoming one with God. When you do that, that's what you want. That's what nihas. That's spiritual enlightenment. That's nihas. The nihas, spiritual enlightenment, resurrection, enlightenment, all those words that you call it, you want to experience it for yourself. That's what knowing thyself is all about. For you to have your own God experience for yourself. I don't have to do that for you. You got to do it for yourself. I can help you. Why? I have mine, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. And when you discover that transcendental, that mystical experience for yourself of your expanding consciousness in the present moment, in the now is all you got. Past is over. Future ain't came yet. So understand how to live in the now. Be conscious. That's what that means. All right, let me go. Got some more. This won't be long. Now, the philosophy of daily meditation may seem foreign to you. At first, anything that's new and different is like that. But if you reflect upon it, put the work into it, you will now discover that it holds great truth, as well as great potential to assist you in discovering abiding peace and harmony within yourself, in your life, before you die. You can't do nothing after life left the body. So when you begin to practice right thinking philosophy and you discover how wonderful it is to be in you ready? To be in control of your mind. Your mind, instead of you being prey to your egoistic and to the positive or negative emotions that the ego causes and your desires. You will discover now an incomparable feeling from within, which goes beyond the ordinary concept of happiness. That's bliss. We call it Hotep, supreme peace within oneself. You reach that by coming one with God. When you know thyself, that's what you get. Christians, y'all get blissed out. Why? When you and Christ come together, I ain't got a problem with that at all. I love seeing that. Why? How you get the connection to God don't make a difference to me. I have my way, you got your way. I ain't never said my way is the only way, but I do have a way. I can tell you that. Now, as with other human beings, endeavors, in order to gain success, what you need to study daily the philosophy that's being presented to you intensely with great concentration, and then practice it in your day-to-day life. That's the caveat to right thinking philosophy. It's only going to work if you put the work in, like anything else. Watch this. And you treat it as an experiment. Okay, I'm going to try it out. There you go. That's all I'm asking. Try it out. The world, watch this. The world and your life will not go away. Just ask yourself what would happen if I were to just become less attached to the world and more in control of my own mind. I don't give a good crap about what's going on outside of me in my world. I confront my own world. In my life, I got certain things I do. I'm not going to deviate from that. Simple as that. What's going on? I don't really give a good crap about what Trump don't do. Don't bother me one bit. I'm just showing you. I knew that y'all were going to be bothered with this nonsense. It wasn't going to be good. So understand that. So I'm really focused on me. But when you follow my teachings, you will be able to discover your inner resources, your higher self, that you have to experience for yourself. And that's how you reach true happiness. And in order to overcome the ignorant, egoistic obstacles in life, you have to practice it daily. Why? To make it a way of your life. The practice daily of meditation requires regular and sustained effort on your part. You have to put the work in. I'm here daily, put the work in. Before I come here, I put the work in. When I'm here putting the work in, I'm still putting the work in. When I leave here, I'm still be putting the work in. Failure is assured, it's guaranteed if there is no self-effort. If you don't put the work in, you guaranteed to fail. If you told you're going to have a test at the end of the week, they give you 10 words to study. I'm going back to third grade. And you study these words, define them, understand them, make sense of them. So you're studying, you studying. On Monday, you start studying. A little bit Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So on Friday, when the test comes, you ace the test. Why? You studied all week. You prepared. Flip side. If you don't study, you got the words, take them home, put them somewhere, don't study. So now the test comes Friday, you guessing, you hemming and hawing, you ain't sure why. You didn't put the work in. You can't get good results. Hope that analogy works for you. But likewise, here's how you get to success. I just gave you a story. It's assured if there is a sustained, regular effort, meaning the work being done. Further, you cannot expect to succeed in meditation if you do not work towards controlling your thoughts. The purpose of meditation is to do just that. Emotions. You want to be able to control what? Your thoughts, your emotions, and they run the actions. Now, in a normal course of your daily life, you need to focus. And when I was doing it years ago, everybody thought I was strange. Everybody thought he on there some stuff. Yeah. Now, after 10 years, maybe the brother on to something. You think? Yeah, your actions, your thoughts, and your speech are closely related to what? Your unconscious mind. It is like a register which what? Records all as karmic impressions. Everything you do, Tahuti keeps track, and at Judgment Day, you're going to run it back. Any unresolved desires, pleasures of flesh, or feelings will become lodged there and later what? Cause mental agitation and restlessness. Unbeknownst to you, but caused by you. That's ignorance. Okay? Therefore, you must keep a close watch what on your mind. Check yourself. When I'm seeing myself, feeling myself, I did put myself in. I got all kind of little techniques I use to make that happen for me. You can manifest your own, but you need to be able to reel yourself in. It might not be nobody there to, common sense to calm you down. You got to be able to do that for yourself. That's what self-mastery is. Controlling your mind, your speech, and your deeds. When you get proficient after daily practicing over a period of time, that's the norm now for me. That's how I live. Take care, what? And to act righteously. I don't have a problem doing that. I'm a good guy now. I used to be a bad guy. I used to, man, I'm thugged, I'm gangster, I'm carrying a gun, I'm talking smack. Man, I'm ready to shoot somebody. Not realizing you can get shot too, dummy. But when you're acting righteously, you speak makaru, that's the truth, that's what I do for you. You think positive thoughts. I don't put myself down. I don't see nothing negative in me. I know I have flaws, character flaws, but I check them for myself. So I'm trying to eradicate them so it won't be so obvious to you how much flaws I have while I'm working on them. That's what you do when you're improving yourself. The ancient Egyptians texts state what? That one cannot expect to obtain results of any action unless what? One is, you ready? Mentally pure and physically pure. I got the diet coming up for you next. I'm taking you through the whole, I wasn't going to do the diet, that ain't my thing, but I'm going to still give you a lesson. Why? Because it's important and it should help somebody else if they feel like they want to change their diet according to what they know. Okay, I'm going to let out for you. Okay, I make it opportunist. I'm an equal opportunist. So there are, watch this, let me wrap this up for you. But there are keys to accomplishing any goal in life. And it's all about what? The effort that you put in. You get out what you put in. I put a lot of effort in, and I'm getting a lot out at this point in time. So I'm loving that. At one time, the results didn't match the effort. When the results match the effort, that's when you got it right. Moving on. And what? Enlightenment is the goal for all right thinkers, like any other, albeit the highest goal. Okay. Excuse me. Self-knowledge supersedes biblical scholarly knowledge every day. And obtaining those things is fine. But if you obtain them and neglect the self-knowledge, what did you really do? What is it for a man to gain the world and lose himself or not know himself. That's what they said. To know about and do it, instead of not know you, I'll take knowing me over all that nonsense any day. Trust me, that's why I live this way. And with respect to what attaining your personal goal of what enlightenment, just know we say spirit. Spirit is God. Spiritual enlightenment means you study, you understand, so now you enlighten to what? God. You become a God conscious, Christ conscious, whatever you want to call it, but it's all mental. And all other goals other than spiritual enlightenment, knowing thyself, are like what? Dust blowing in the wind, because it don't mean jack. That little plaque and all the other stuff you get to don't mean jack. What's written in the heart. And the following instruction, watch this, we had all this figured out thousands of years ago, will serve as a guideline for what? For your daily meditation, and is not intended, listen, to be a substitute for what? A competent instructor. If you want to go it on your own, that's fine. But that don't mean you can't get somebody who can help you along the way. I'm here to do that every day. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Put your own work in, but if you need assistance, I'm here for that. So there are many techniques of meditating. Trust me, I gave you 5. It's a whole lot more. Everybody personally got their way to do it. All I can do is tell you about mine. You got to make yours work for you. Here we will focus on what? One basic technique, and that's of moving. Meditation for initially what? Calming the mind in the beginning of all right thinkers. The first thing you want to do as a yogi or meditator, you want to calm the mind. Learn how to just stop the flow of your thoughts. Stop worrying about this. Stop thinking about that. No, you have to be able to do that. I hear people say, but I can't stop the pop-ups. I can't stop. Then you need to get better at it. Practice, God. It's something you're not good at in the beginning. That's what you're supposed to be. Why? You're going to start out good. But when you practice and start getting better, you can see that your own progress. Spiritual growth is knowing what you used to do and what you're doing. Oh, I don't do that no more. I'm growing. The stuff I used to do, I no longer do. That's growth. You can't keep doing the same stuff and say, I'm growing. No, you're not. PSing yourself. Moving on. Let me wrap this up again. I appreciate you tuning in. Wrap it up. Another important factor that factors into meditation is that health. Health is wealth. Why? If you in bad health, you can't do jack. Health is wealth of the body, and it must be maintained. How? Through proper diet. I'm going to give that lesson coming up next. And daily exercise. Daily exercise meaning you're going to get up and do something a little extra, hence exercise. That's all. I was told by my old man, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. I'm in the gym with 80-something-year-old people, and I'm watching them do a little bit of something compared to sitting home and doing nothing. They're going to live a lot longer. I'm the youngest one in my group I hang out with. We go to the 4 a.m. group, okay? Yeah, 4 o'clock, we in the gym. If you 80-something years old, you got the gumption to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to work out, I got nothing but respect for you. And as I show them, I got nothing but respect. Why? Anybody there but us. And I love it. But this means that a diet should be composed of what? Fresh, whole foods, and it should be exclusively vegetarian. We are humans. We're not carnivores. We're not meat eaters. Okay, our teeth ain't meant to eat meat. We're supposed to eat veggies. That's another lesson. I eat what I eat. Moving on. You cannot expect to have success in your daily meditation practice if you have what? Weak constitution. If it says don't do this, then if you cannot do that, you can't follow the regimen. You won't make it. You're going to fail. Or if you are what? Constantly craving foods which heighten what? Your body conscious and your negative emotions, meats, okay? Or those which have what? Drug-like effects, Chick-fil-A, on the body, sugars. The mind is affected by these in the same manner that it is affected by what? Other mind-altering drugs. If you need a drug to reach the state of enlightenment, you ain't reaching nothing. That's the placebo. That's fake. That ain't real. So, therefore, a spiritual aspirant, right thinker, you must cleanse your mind and your body in order to be able to climb the ladder of spiritual evolution. And that's the lesson. I'm going to close it right there because you have to make daily decisions. That's what's best on to doing what's best for you. And if you don't do that, you won't get out what you claim to put in. Well, you want the best. Give it your best. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, I got to come back with the diet for you. I got you. In closing, right thinkers. May y'all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers passed away. I'll be back.